So everyone, starting next session, try joining in 5 to 10 minutes early, okay? At least 5 minutes so that we can start on time. We are live, so there should not be a problem. Give me 1 second. Let me know if all can see my PPT that I'm sharing. So how's everyone doing? Like Aisha, how are you?
I'm good, sir.
Okay. How about Lina? It's Lina's there, right?
Yes, sir.
Lina, how are you?
I'm good, sir.
Can you hear me? Who else do we have? Do we have Basava? Basava, how are you?
Good, sir.
Okay. Kavya? Kavya, how are you, Kavya? How are you, Kavya?
I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, Kavya. Okay. So everyone, let's kickstart here. So I request all of you, all right, to start. We start today's session with the agenda that we have. So I would like to hear for around 30 minutes in terms of what have you all done in terms of your project, that is in terms of your accomplishments, your challenges, any lessons learned, okay, and how one or many of the 3P skills that help you in a project. So you all can take 3 to 4 minutes and explain that, and we'll have a topic around the 3Cs. So we'll discuss that, okay, and we'll take Q&A, and and we will conclude with any summary and announcements. So Kavya, do you want to go ahead? Do you want to talk of your project that you have done? Kavya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kavya, do you want to talk of your project? What have you done? I see you updated the aims. Aisha, by any chance, have you updated the aims, Aisha, of your project?
No, sir.
So, Aisha, so Kavya, do you want to start?
Yes, sir. ನಾವು ಈ ವಾರ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನ 2 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಲ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ
ಕಾವ್ಯ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾಗ ಏನ್ ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೆಸರು ಏನ, ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನೈತಿ ಅದ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಏನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಏನ್ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು, ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ 3P ಅದ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಏನೈತಿ?
ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್, ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಾಕ್ಷರತಾ ಸರ್. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಲಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಸರ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಸರ್. ಟೀಚ್ ಸರ್. And accomplishment ಒಳಗ್ ಸರ್,
So the project title educating the elderly people in your community, okay. Accomplishments ಏನೇನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ?
ನಾನು ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ ವೃದ್ಧರಿಗೆ ಈ ಪಾಠವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನ್
ಯಾವ ಪಾಠ? ಕಾವ್ಯ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಓದ್ಸಿರಿ?
ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೀಚ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಯಾವ ಲೆಸನ್?
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
ವಿಚ್ ಲೆಸನ್?
ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್.
ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್, ಆ ಪಾಠ ಕಲಿಸಿದ್ರಿ? ಓಕೆ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್. And 15 members in our group sir.
So you have 15 member group naga 15 members ಗೆ ಕಲಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು? You have taught 15 people?
sir.
Okay.
And ಸುಮಾರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
Yes classes ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಟ್ಟ? I can see you mentioned 10 to 12 classes ಅಲ್ಲ? 10 to 12 classes.
Yes sir.
Okay. So ಇದು accomplishments. So last time ನೀವು hygiene ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೆ, ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಏನೇನು ಬಂತು?
ಅಂಡ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಒಳಗ್ ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಅವರು ನಾವ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು, ನಾವ್ ಈಗ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗೈತಿ ನಾವ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿರ್ತಾರ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಲ್ಲೆ ಅಂತಿರ್ತಾರ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ದಿರ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಏನ್ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ? ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೆಮ್?
ವಾಟ್ ಸರ್?
ನೀವೇನ್ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ ಅವರಿಂದ?
ಯಾವುದೇ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬಂದ್ರು ಸರ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ದಿರ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಭಾಯಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಮತ್ತ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡನ್. 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ 3P ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ?
3 skills ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸರ್.
3 ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ?
3 skills ಸರ್: ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಸರ್. ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, ನಾ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಸರ್ ವೃದ್ಧರಿಗೆ ಕಲ್ಸೋದು, ಅದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಸರ್. ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಈ ಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ಕಲಿಯಲು ಒಪ್ಪಿಸೋದು ಸರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಸರ್, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ಸೋದು ಸರ್.
So everyone's reference. So Kavya is continuing working on her project, that is educating the elderly people and learning ethics and culture from them. So in line with that, she is, for accomplishment for last week. So she has taught around 15 members, elderly folks. She has covered multiple lessons. She has taking social lessons last week. So she has taught in terms of, cleanliness. Why cleanliness is in the surroundings important. She has given them homework as well. So till date she has done 10 to 12 classes. Okay, and the challenges she faced is the same thing, that they have to be very patient with them. Okay, because they have to teach them. Okay, they have to make them understand why the education important or why the lesson is important. And what she learned from them is that she learned culture, tradition, right, to control her emotions and anger and move forward with patience. Okay, and what she's saying that because it's a project, so the project skills have helped her. She's able to manage her time, tasks, and expectations. And she has developed from personal skills, she has developed leadership qualities, and in personal skills, she has developed communication qualities or skills. Okay, thank you so much, Kavya. Okay, so how about Basava? Basava, can you hear me?
Yes sir.
Basava, what do you do? What is the project about?
Sir, elder folks teaching project sir.
Elderly people you're teaching, same project. Okay, 1
Yes.
second. So I will let me go to that. Okay, so ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ?
ಸರ್, ನಾನು ದಿಸ್ ವೀಕ್ ನಾನು 10 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಈ ವಾರ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಏನು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಅವನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಓದಿಸಿದೆ ಸರ್, ರೀಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈ ಕನ್ನಡ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬರೆಯೋಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗೂ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಸರ್, ಅದರಂತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಮತ್ತು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ನಾನು ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ, ಅವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಕನ್ನಡ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್, ಈ ವಾರ ನಾನು 3 ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅವು ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸರ್, ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದೆಮ್ ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್, some of members cannot write strokes sir. I have faced the challenges of writing for such a people for a long time. ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ನನ್ನ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೆಯಲು ಬರುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಭಾಳ ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಬರದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆ ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನು ಫ್ರೀ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನೇ ಬರೆಸಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಈ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ನಾನು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ ಈ ವಾರ ನಾನು ಐ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್ ಸರ್. ಈ ಲೆಸನ್ನ ಈ ವಾರ ನಾನು ಕಲಿತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ 3P skills also in this week, sir. Time management, leadership, and communication, sir.
Okay, very good. So, and everyone, if you can see what the work she is doing. Okay, this is Basava teaching the elderly folk basic strokes of reading and writing, and also Kavya and Basava. So basically, everyone, what Kavya mentioned is, and you can see on the screen that she is also from Yarikappa school, and she's teaching the elderly citizens who cannot read and write basic education. From them, she is learning moral values, right? So she has thought about, she has done 3 sessions. She has thought she's been teaching 10 elderly folks or people. Okay, so she is teaching them Kannada. Okay, and as a part of that, she is also giving them homework so that they are practicing well. And the challenges that she's facing is basically to deal with them with patience. Okay, to teach them to write. Okay, and it's taking time, but she's overcoming those challenges by using patience, right? And the 3 lessons that she learned was, she has learned from them is, she learned how to be patient, uh, how to follow culture, and also she has learned some experiences from them, right? How they are faced and everything, right? And the 3P skills that has helped her is, one is the project management skill, because, and from that she learned time management, because I think mostly um, she is in 10th standard, and she right, she's preparing, she's going for tuition, then she has to come back home, then I can go in the evening and teach these people, right? And she developed leadership qualities, that is a personal skill and people skill as well, and also communication, which comes under people and personal skills. So all the 3P skills is being helping her in this project. So Basava, what experience have you learned from them? Experience, what have you learned specifically?
Sir,
ಅವನಿಂದ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ?
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್, ಅವರು ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಲೆಸನ್ನ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಅವರು ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹೀಗಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೀಗಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್, ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಲೆಸನ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಸರ್. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಏನಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆದರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸರ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನುಭವ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಬರೆಯಲು ಮತ್ತು ಓದಲು ಬರುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸರ್. ಏನಾದರೂ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್.
Okay. So what Kavya is saying, what she learned from them is that whatever that one is patience, right? Because, and with patience in the sense, they think and speak, right? How everything is connected when she's teaching them. And also that whatever she's teaching them, they also have experience in that, but they only don't know how to express it through writing. Okay, very good. One second. So Kavya, what culture or tradition did you learn? Kavya?
ಸರ್, ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯವನ್ನ ಹೇಗ್ ನಿಭಾಯಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರ ಹಬ್ಬ ಹರಿದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ನಾವು ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆ ಹಬ್ಬವನ್ನ ಆಚರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸರ್.
Okay, so what Kavya learned as a cultural tradition, how to celebrate festivals, how they need to dress up or behave or do in a particular festival. Okay, very good. How about you, Basava? What did you learn?
ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ ಈ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿ ಸರ್.
You learned how to be respectful to others, and some traditional values. Okay, fine. And very good, Kavya, you also shared some good aims here. So this is what, Kavya, what have you drawn here? Science drawing, art by me. Okay, so what is this, Kavya? What have you drawn? Kavya, there's some experiments on.
Science
Okay,
drawing,
she
sir.
has. Okay, and she has, see if you can see, Kavya has done some pencil art, some hairstyle. Okay. Um, then again, I see another pencil art from you, Kavya. Basava, I see that she has put in the geometry set. Let's sketch. Very good, Kavya. Sorry, Basava. Right? So, anyways, good work, both of you, Kavya and Basava. Keep doing. Okay, but please give more information while you're not talking. Okay. Thank you. Aishat, how about you? Do you want to share? Because there's nothing on the hill, but you can go ahead and share what you have done. And after the session, you may please update the clicks. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So for my project, it was about coral growth, and again, we've been monitoring the corals more often, and we had to be very careful because of the fish. In Maldives, we have a lot of parrotfish, which normally eat the algae on the coral, and since we planted the corals in a dead area, there were a lot of parrotfish around that area, and even there's a kind of parrotfish which is kind of endangered, and it's not allowed for us to fish or hunt those fish, so we had to be very careful. And then we had actually thinking about relocating them, which is another whole complicated thing. It will also require a lot of teamwork and a lot of hard work.
So, Aishat, my recommendation to you is see, all right. So, if you update the clicks right in this uh, pattern, right, to what Kavya and Basava has done, can you see the project, the accomplishments? Then, what are the second point is challenges, lessons learned. So, you put some pictures, so every one of us will understand as to what are you saying, okay, and be easy for you also to explain to us. So, just key points under accomplishments. What have you done, right? Another challenge. What have you faced? Lessons learned. What are three skills that have helped you? So if you put under those, Kavya, sorry, Aisha, like what Kavya and Basava has done, it will be great. Okay. Either you'll be doing the work and no one will know what you're doing, right? Until you report it, until you showcase it. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. So after this session, I would like to know if you go and put up the project on your clicks as to what is the project, what have you been doing, what are the accomplishments, what are the challenges that you have faced, what you have learned from them, and what are the three P skills that have helped you. That would be great, right? Because end of the day, for everyone's reference, so next month we are going to announce the award. So there's only 1 month. So please keep on top of it, right? If you all are working on projects, please keep on top of it. If you don't update, then your marks goes down. Okay. So Aisha, what we are learning from it, if I may ask you that from your project?
I am learning a lot about the marine ecosystem.
Hmm? Okay. In terms of what? Okay. So
Like
and
like the
go ahead.
fish, their environments, the corals, their growth, and a lot even about the weather, climate change.
Okay. Okay. And which are the skills that are helping you?
Time management for one, because we I have to go into the sea, stay there for a bit, and it can get very exhausting. And teamwork.
Okay. So I said make it a practice to put it on the clicks. Okay, whatever you are doing with some pictures now, so that everyone understand connect to what you are sharing. Okay. And how about Lina, right? Lina, do you want to share?
Yes, sir. So recently, when we placed the bicycle there, we planted some corals before, but we realized those corals have died really fast. So now our strategy is to bicycle like in one place, because I realized we use a bicycle just for like decorations and stuff in the ocean, and that's what we're going corals on right now. So I realized we should put it like where it can't move, because the tide keeps on changing here. I don't know why, and it keeps on knocking it down and breaking multiple corals, and most of the corals now have been bleached, but now we are growing a bunch of corals. Recently, when I went snorkeling and saw it, this coral, it grew back. This, so now I think that our bicycle is getting better and better over the days, and I realized parrotfish should not come in next to it to catch it.
Okay. So what are we learning from it?
I learned patience and time management. It's because a lot of kids come and they say, let's go and check it out now. And I'm going with them. So, like, I have to keep them all in check, see all the fins and marks if there's any damage or anything, clean them when they leave.
Okay. So Lina, even you seen how Kavya and Basava, they updated their project, how they written, how they submitted pictures. Have you seen that when you're sharing the screen? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I saw.
So that way, even you have to update. If you update, what is going to happen is that we all will understand, okay, what Lina is doing, what she's trying to talk about, right? Right? So that way we will be clear. Okay? All right?
Today I'll post some pictures.
Okay, good. Give me a second, everyone. Just give me 1 second. Hello, can you hear me, guys? Sorry, there was a power shortage, so I have to reconnect my internet. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. So in line with all what you all discussed, right? Am I audible to you all? Basava, everyone, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Basava, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ Basava, Kavya?
Yes, sir.
Sir, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ. Can everyone be a bit louder? Aishat, can you
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Okay. Kavya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, today's topic, okay, let us learn, okay, and today's topic, what we're going to speak is, how can we be effective in our communication, be it written, be it oral, okay, or hearing to someone, because all of you are doing projects wherein you are teaching something to someone or you're working on something, right? And why I was mentioning that it is very important for you all to update the status, update the progress and everything, okay? And how will you be more effective and efficient in your communication? Meaning, how can the others people understand what are you talking, right? So in line with that, we are going to talk about the 7 C's of effective communication, right? And this is going to help you in your studies, right? When you are taking notes, or you're making notes, or you're giving your exams, and even if you're working on projects, and also tomorrow in your career, okay? So can you all see my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Kavya, can you see my screen? Aisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kavya, Basava, can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಮೈಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ. I cannot keep on calling down names. Okay. So first see, idenadu. So if you want to take down screenshot, take down notes, please do it. So the first C of effective communication is, there are 7 C's: clarity, conciseness, consistency, completeness, courtesy, connection, and confidence. These are the 7 C's. So let us go one by one. Okay, let's go to the first C, clarity. So what is clarity in communication? Can anyone share? Okay, clarity andra. Okay, hello. ಬಸವ ಕಾವ್ಯ, ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ ಕನ್ನಡನಾಗ?
ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟತೆ.
ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟತೆ. So in your communication, right? Whenever you're talking to someone, when you're addressing someone, when you're writing someone, make sure that you are very clear. You have a very clear, you have clarity in your thoughts. You have clarity of the subject or content that you're going to speak. For example, you're not teaching someone anything. So you yourselves must have a clear idea about it. If I'm talking about today about 7 C's of effective communication, I should have good clarity about it. Okay. Then is when I can relate the talk. I mean, make others understand what am I saying, right? Or if I'm in a meeting today, if I want to share anything, so I must have the clarity of what am I going to share, right? So that's why the format was given to you. Accomplishment. What are the accomplishments? What are the challenges that you face? What are the lessons learned, right? What are 3 P skills? So in that format, if you'll go to that, that will give you clarity to speak as well. So to be an effect, to have clarity in your communication, first of all, you should know your audience, to who you're talking to, right? So for example, Basava Kavya, you all mentioned that teaching elderly folks is a challenge, right? So you should know your audience. Big. Okay, these are my audience. They don't know to read and write. I have to be patient with them. I should be very clear with them in what am I teaching. I should teach them from basics. So first is knowing your audience. Who are your audience? Who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to present to? Or who are you going to write to? Then you should always take into account the needs and interests of the recipient. Meaning you should understand what do the people who you're talking, what do they need? What are they interested in? Say, for example, if you're going to teach someone anything, or I said you are working on a project, right? So if you want people to come and join you, you should connect to them or take into account what they are interested and speak around that. Okay. So if I'm talking about 7 C's of effective communication, I must start relating it to your topic, where it helps you. I must see your interest, right? So that is why I'm connecting this topic to your projects, to your initiatives, correct? Then next, and you should understand, meaning the level of your audience and knowledge as to how much do they know, what do they know about it. So Aisha, for example, if you are talking about coral, right? You talk about the ocean, the marine biology and everything. So many of us here might not know what this is, right? What corals are, what might be, surfing is, right? So if you'll explain or give little details, right? We all will understand and all be on the same page, correct? Am I right, Aisha? Basava, Kavya? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then to be to be clear in what you are speaking, you all should first do proper research in terms of and present in terms of facts and figures as to what you have done, right? So that the friend person knows that will understand. Okay, this is the research done. This is what the facts and figures are on the world, right? So if I'm talking to someone, right? If I'm talking, okay, I have taught people in the village. I have taught uh, uh, I have taught people in the village, right? So, but I don't know how many people have you taught, what was the topic that was taught. So that's why I had to ask Kavya and Baswa or Kavya, like, how many people have you taught, right, last week? What was the topic that you taught? So clarity means what? You should present proper facts and figures, right? Or what you have done. So I said, when you are sharing about your project, you should present facts and figures, right? In terms of, okay, I took care of so many corals, I saved so many corals, right? I did so many things. So always presenting in facts and figures will help. So first of all, you should learn to present in terms of fact and figure so that everyone is clear. And for that, you need to do proper research before presenting, right? We should match with what you are going to speak. Then always make notes. When you're going to speak, when you're going to write, always take down notes and prepare yourself before you come and speak. So that is why the reason is we tell you to go on your clicks, update about your project, that what you're going to talk today, so that you're confident. Yes or no? So Kavya, Basa, you all were so confident to speak today because you all updated on the clicks, right? And it was easy for the friend person also to understand what are you talking about, right? Aisha, was it not easy to understand what Kavya and Basa was doing because they wrote on their clicks with the pictures and everything?
Yes, it was, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So always the first C of effective communication is clarity. Okay. Then let's go to the next one. Any questions here? Aisha, Basava, any questions?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Then next one is what? Conciseness. Conciseness andre ena? Basava, Kavya, Sanchit Sapte. Okay. So andre, so meaning what? Whatever you are going to present, it should be very concise, up to the point. Okay, that's why I mentioned to you all. First of all, it should be up to the point. It should have and to make it to the point, have a particular format, right, of how you're going to present. For example, many of you went to like you'll go on the clicks. If you'll put in there, right? This is what I have done under accomplishments. If you make points, under accomplishment, this is what I have done under my project. It will be very concise. Put in points. If I then under the challenges, if I put in some points, then under lessons learned, then the 3 P's that help me. So that is what you're using a format to keep your points or the discussion concise, up to the point. Because see, when you go to meetings, now say for example, on this session, we cannot hear in detail everything what you are doing, right? So you are given 2 to 3 minutes. So how do I present? I have to keep my points very concise. For that, what should I do? I should have it written down somewhere so that I can refer to that and explain. Otherwise, what is going to happen? We will talk things that are, not very important or not related. And we might also miss out on key points that we want to share or make the friend person understand. Correct? So always you should talk to the point, have a format, have a process, right? You can also explain in the golden circle, right? Why, how, and what. Okay, so that is one example which I use in most of my sessions to present to you all. Okay, so Basava, did you understand what is conciseness? Basava and Kavya in Kannada?
Yes, sir.
Andre ena conciseness andre ena? Kannada na?
Samchipati, sir.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so always be to the point when you're talking, when you're writing. Have a particular format that will help you to be enough to speak to the point, and always provide relevant information. How do you provide relevant information? By following a format, by including facts and figures. This is how we will able to be provide concise information. Okay, and where it is going to help you for say, because most of us will not have all the time in the world to sit and hear everything. Okay, so in this way, being concise is going to help you. Okay, when you're talking, when you're presenting anything to anyone. Give me 1 second, guys. Again, the battery is low. Give me a minute here. Okay, I just get the charger. Hello. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Tushra, can
Yes,
you hear
sir.
me? Yeah. Sorry for that. There has been some power fluctuations, and that is why I'm losing. I lost the internet first time, and now I had to get the power cable, charging cable, because I had to shift to the location. Okay. Then give me 1 second. Let me share back my screen. Okay. So this is conciseness. Okay. So this is the second. Third is what? Consistency. What do you mean by consistency? Okay. So when you're talking, when you're writing, okay, again, having a format will help to communicate. Okay. So if I'm talking to someone, if I'm sharing something to someone, so in today's sessions, when you were talking, in every session, what do I tell you all? Talk about what have you done on your project in terms of accomplishments, in terms of lessons learned, right? Challenges, lessons learned. Okay. So this is how there's a format, right, that we use to communicate. So in this time, what is going to happen? When you have a format, when you have a structure, it means that you are consistent whenever you are communicating. And the front person will be on the same page to understand. So for example, if I just keep on talking, right? So I worked on, say, XYZ project. I couldn't do this. I did this, right? That is not going to help. So you can tell. For example, I worked on teaching in the elderly folks. So under accomplishment, this is what I have done. Under challenges, this is what I have faced. This is what I've learned. Okay. So this is how we present, how we have consistency in the flow of what we are talking, so that everyone knows what we are trying to convey, or beyond the consistency is what? Sthirate. Okay, in Kannada. So, and always try to use one channel to communicate, so that the communication is not lost, the consistency. So where do I tell you all to put the project updates? Aishat, where have you to put the project updates? Aishat, Aminat, Kavya, Basava. Weekly, where have you all to put it? Yell hard weekly project updates. Hello. So Basava, ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ project updates ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಿ? Hello, Basava, can you hear me?
Yes,
Kavya,
sir.
where have you have to update weekly in project ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ
ಏಮ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏಮ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್
Very good. So there is one channel. Is there not one channel? Aisha and everyone. This way I tell you all. This way you need to go and update. 1 second. Okay. So I tell you, right? Go on the clicks, update. What have you done? Yes or no? Aisha, can you hear me? Tushara, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So one channel way for you all to communicate on the clicks page. So one second part, the third point is consistency. Every time you have to have a consistent format and process and structure to communicate what you're going to talk, written or oral. Then you need to use one channel to communicate, preferably, right? So that everyone knows where you're updating and what are you doing, especially when it comes to work, right? Then let us come to the next. Next is what? The fourth one is completeness. What is completeness? Can someone tell me? What do you understand by completeness? Completeness means if you're sharing any information, or you're communicating any information, or presenting any information to someone, or talking to someone, please provide all the necessary information that the front person needs to know, right? For example, if I'm there, or you're working on the internship project, for example, okay? When you're providing your update, you should provide the information in terms of what is the project that you are working, right? If you'll mention accomplishments, So under that, it should be in terms of numbers and facts. For example, I have taught so many people, right? I have done taught so many chapters, so many lessons, or I have saved so many corals, I have saved so many fishes, right? Whatever is my project, I need to communicate about that. I've trained so many people, right? Sorry, it went to consistency. Yeah, completeness. So we always need to provide necessary information that the front person requires and asks for. Otherwise, your communication will not be understood or taken for granted, right? Are you getting the points? So always providing complete information in terms of facts and figures is very critical and essential. And when you're talking, okay, please, or presenting something, please keep in mind that you yourself think about questions while you're presenting. If I'm going to present something, what might be the possible questions, so that in your presentation, or when you're presenting in written or oral, you can cover them in your talk itself, right? So that the doubts are clarified then and there, right? So for example, if I am trying to share a point, right? If you see, I'll be using examples. Why do I use examples? Because I know some of you might be having answers in terms of what is completeness is, or what is the 7 C's effective communication is. So addressing to the questions during your talk or during the process of communication, written or oral, is important, right? So that is when and where you can see your communication effective, or you're passing on an effective communication, right? So that is fourth. Then comes, one second, give me 1 second here. So any questions on completeness so far? Aisha, Basava, Kavya, Basa, any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Completeness andre na? What is completeness in Kannada?
ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣತೆ.
ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣತೆ. Okay. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಏನು ಹಾಕ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣತೆನಾಗ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕದು. Okay. Then next, here is the key. Yeah, connection. Connection means what? Can someone tell why do we need to build connections during communication or relationships? See, samparka. Okay, connection in Kannada is samparka. So build a connection by telling. See, if you want the friend person to listen to you or understand you in whatever way are you communicating, it is very, very important that you have a connection with them. Try to connect with them. If you are going to give an interview, if you are going to present something, right, or talk to new people, right, to connect to them is very, very important, right? So tell me, when do we become friends? When we feel that we are connected with each other somewhere or somehow, right? And how can you build a connection? Say if you're presenting, try to talk about your personal stories, right? In terms of, if you can see Abhi sir, what he does, he always talks in terms of personal stories that have helped him, right? Or scenarios that he was in. If you're, so one form of how you build connection is by telling your personal stories. ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು, experience, ಅನುಭವ, ಅದ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. Okay, so people will be connected to you or the audience. Say for example, if I'm presenting, okay, and if you're listening to me, okay, I should start talking, share my personal stories. If I want to talk something about work, so if I relate it to my work and talk to you or what my experience was, you will be more connected or eager. I'll be eager to listen to me, right? So always try to build connection using or communicating using personal stories. And the other part is examples or common ground that everyone can relate to, that connect to them. So for example, okay, here again, why do I use examples when I'm talking? Is because, or examples that are related to you all. So if I'm talking to you all, I will talk to you all in terms of examples that are more related to your studies and to your projects that you are doing. So do you not see the entire session that I'm connecting so far in this terms of these skills, 7 C's of effective communication? So what am I talking about? I'm talking in terms of how this is going to help you in your studies, how this is going to help you to connect with someone, right? I'm giving examples. I'm talking how relating to your project. So what I'm doing, I'm connecting my presentation to you all in terms of things that are related to you all. Okay, so this is how you can build the connections. Okay, did you understand why connections are important? How you can build the connection using, how connection is one form of effective communication. Can you all hear me or no? Tushar, are you there? Did you understand?
Yes,
Do you have
sir.
any questions? Tushar, Aishat, Basava, Kavya?
No question.
No questions. Are you all understanding so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Aishat, sorry, Tushar, you need to summarize today. Okay, what are the 7 what we talked today? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then next, then we talk about 5th one, that is connection. Okay. Then 6th one, the 6th form of effective communication is courtesy, right? What is courtesy? Courtesy andre ena? Basava, Kavya, are you there?
Sir, सौजन्य sir.
Oh.
सौजन्य.
Yes, very good.
Courtesy
So
means
courtesy is
सौजन्य.
Saujanya. So see, when we are talking, when we are writing to someone, or when we are communicating to someone in any forms, make sure that we are respectful and we do it in a polite manner. Even if we are giving feedback to someone, right? We should be respectful and polite. You should not be arrogant. You should not lose your calm. You should not lose your cool, right? When you're talking, always when you're talking to someone, when you're presenting to someone, as everyone said, we talked about in the previous session, patience, and we should all have patience, right? And how can you be polite is through patience. How can you be courteous is through patience. That's why I went through the prior skill with you all. That is patience, right? So always have patience. If you want to make a point when you're communicating, okay, remain calm and answer politely, right? Anger will only break relationships, right? So, or, hurrying up. So always take your time when you are going to answer something, or when you're going to present something, or anyone cross questions you, right? You need to remain calm, take time, and be very respectful and polite to people. Say, for example, if I'm going to say now, I'm going to say if you're going to present in front of an audience, okay, and Kavya, sorry, I think or Aisha, you mentioned that, or even every one of us mentioned that whenever we are going to teach something to someone, they are not paying attention. Correct? Tushara, Kavya, Basava, Aisha, did you not mention it last week when you're talking about your projects? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How about Tushara and Aisha? People are not.
Sir.
Yeah. Tushara, even you had mentioned, correct? When you were teaching, taking tuition, the front person not paying attention, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and what happens easily to happens to us, we lose our calm. We don't be respectful during that point of time, right? So remain calm. Try to handle that situation in a polite and good manner. So, for example, I have told you, right? If I know someone is not paying attention, what will I tell that person? Can you just speak about this point? Okay, what I've discussed, or can you share your views on it? Okay, so in a proper and a polite manner is how I try to tackle the situation, or how we should try to tackle that situation, right? So the 7. So the another effective communication, the 6th one that we learned today is courtesy. We need to be courteous to people when we're talking, when you're writing to someone, be it in our day-to-day life, when you're talking to our friends, family, relatives, or to our teachers, right? When we go at work, right? We always need to be respectful, polite, right? This is why how we can develop discipline. We talked about discipline also, right? Right. And the next part is always remain calm in every situation. Take your time, have patience, right? Do not rush or eager. Then what is going to happen? The entire chain of communication will collapse. There will be conflicts, issues if you're not courteous in your communication, right? Then always show appreciation. Meaning what? Say, for example, now today Basava and Kavya They did a good presentation. They updated on the clicks. They followed all the rules. So whenever you feel that the audience is listening to you, or they're asking good questions, or they're listening to you, always show your appreciation. And whenever anyone replies to you, right, over any form, tell thank you. Right? So always be appreciative. Be always show appreciation to the friend person, to your audience, or to anyone who you're the recipient who you're interacting with, to any forms of communication. Okay. But you can say thank you. You can share. You can give them good words of motivation. Okay. All right. So what happens? And even whenever you're courteous, your audience get. It is the one way of to this thing, connecting to people, right? The audience will get engaged to you. Correct. Okay. Then the last or the 7th point is confidence. What do you understand by confidence? Confidence andre ena Atmavishwas. Howdella? Kanda
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why do we need to be confident in our communication? Can someone share some points with me today? Tushara, why do we need to be confident in our communication? Or why is it important? Tushara, Aisha, Basava, Kavya.
Sir, ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆನಾದ್ರೂ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸದಿಂದ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್.
Okay, so very good, Basava. So what Basava is saying is, if we are confident, we can communicate easily and make the point of whatever we are trying to communicate, or we can communicate it effectively. Can anyone else? Very good, Basava. Anyone else wants to share? See, let me give you this example. Okay, confidence meaning what? If you, and how the confidence will develop is when you prepare yourself before you are going to communicate. Say for example, if you go on the clicks and write it, okay, then you are very confident to what you all need. This becomes a self prep for you all before coming to this meeting. So you are able to communicate confidently because you know what you are going to present. So preparing yourself is very important. Second, whenever we are, especially in face-to-face, use effective body language, meaning eye contact, standing firmly and talking, right? Your gestures, right? We went through a couple of sessions back when we talk about how to prepare an interview. So using proper and effective body language, looking into your audience, that is very, very important if someone is seeing you. Then next part is very important, that you build confidence in your audience, meaning, say for example, Basava had shared and Kavya have shared an example wherein they, the elderly folks were saying that why should we learn? What is the use at this age? But they built confidence in them, telling that no, you can learn. When so many years, they said that we never learned for so many years. How can we learn now at this age? But what Basava told or Kavya said is, no, learning is never too late. You can learn at any point of time and you can do it. It will take time, right? So you have to build confidence in your audience, people who are listening to you, so that when you build confidence in your audience or the friend person will build that confidence in you. So that is how it is integrated and how people get connected to you. Okay. So confidence is the other part you need to develop. How? And the main key part comes in wherein you prepare yourself before you go and talk, you think before you speak, or you write something, you take time, right? And also you always need to build confidence in the recipient, in the audience, right? Say Tushara, Aisha, Laina, you may come under situations wherein you will feel that, okay, someone is not listening to me, right? Or someone will come and tell you, no, I'm not able to do this, right? I'm not able to swim, I'm not able to clean the ocean, right, so fast. Or Tushara, someone come, I'm not understanding this chapter in mathematics. So you need to tell them, right, you can do it, I have confidence in you. It will take time, there's no worries, I'm there, right? So once you start building confidence in others, their confidence will boost and they will have in turn have confidence in you. Okay. So that is all I had from today's session regarding the 7 P's of effective communication. Okay. So what are the seven C's of effective communication? Clarity, conciseness, consistency, completeness, courtesy, connection, and confidence. Okay. So Tushara, do you want to sum up? And okay. So before I go, before Tushara summarizes, do you all want to share under which skill this comes under? The 7 C's of effective communication, under which skill it comes? ಇದು 7 ಇದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ 7 C's of communication. ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ನಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾವ 3P ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ನಾಗ? ಬಸವ, under which skill do you feel it comes under?
Personal skill, sir.
Personal skill. Okay. Kavya said that. Basava?
Sir, people skill, sir.
Okay. People skill. Tushara, how about you?
Is it personal skills?
Personal skills. Okay. Aisha, how about you?
Personal skills as well, sir.
Personal skills. How about Laina? Laina, how about you? Okay. So if you ask me, okay. So this comes under both the skills, personal and people skill. Why personal? Because this is the 7 C's that you'll need to practice under communication. So this is going to help you first. And why does people? This will help you in communicating with others. So this comes under people skill and personal skill. Okay. Got it? Tushara, did you understand? Basava, Kavya, Aisha, why it comes under personal?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Aisha. Aisha, you were saying something?
no, sir, I said yes, sir, because I understand.
Okay, no worries. So Tushara, do you want to just summarize on what was the understanding today? So please start. What was the topic, and how the topic is helpful, and under which skill does it come? Okay, can you summarize it quickly, Tushara?
Okay, sir. So today our topic was 7 C's of effective communication, and this will be helpful for us when we are communicating with our when you're doing project, when you to communicate with our team members and other audience. So this skill comes under personal and personal and people skills. So there are 7 C's as I mentioned: clarity, conciseness, consistency, completeness, connection, courtesy, and last, confidence.
Confidence. Very good. Okay. So after this session, whatever you understood, please put it on the clicks. Okay. Then I know the kids from India the school will start from tomorrow. So I need to wrap up the session as well. Give me
Yes,
1
sir.
second here. Okay. Right. I think we are on time. Yeah. So assignments. See, guys, everyone, please note that next month we will be announcing the prizes. Not next month, but in July or June end. So next month we are going to announce the prizes in June end. So I request all of you all every week, please attend these sessions, post the aims, complete your assignments in terms of your projects. Right? All of you are working on projects, but you all are not updating the clicks apart from Kavya and Basava. So Aisha, please, and Tushara, please get into the habit of updating the clicks in terms of your projects, in terms of accomplishment of the topic, in terms of the accomplishments of the project, what were the lessons, the challenges that you faced, and lessons learned, and which skill have helped you in that project. So 4 things you need to include, right? If you have not, please take down the points. Tushara, did you get all the 4 points that we need to include before coming to this session and in terms of talking about your project?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Tushara, Aisha. Accomplishment. What are your accomplishments? What are the challenges that you faced? What were the lessons learned? And which among the 3 P's can help you? One or many skills that help you in a project. So every session before coming, please come and update the clicks. And going forward, we are going to spend more time in understanding the status of your project. Okay. And how we are going to evaluate it on how you update the clicks in terms of your project status, the meeting that you join. So please join the meeting at least 5 minutes before. So you should understand that sometimes gets delayed, but please try to join the meetings. Okay. And Tushara, please have others from. Is Nipuni back?
So she's coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Please have them join and please communicate to her also to update the clicks. Okay. Right. So and when please update the aims, like how Kavya, Basa, how you are doing. So Aisha, Laina, you are doing so much of work, but until you update, there's going to be a challenge for us to understand as to what you are doing. Right. Okay, Aisha. So Aisha, this week, please try going and updating the clicks. Okay. But
Okay,
just
sir.
key points. Yeah. And before coming to the next session, please update photos of what are you doing. Right. The aims have been stopped. So please start doing that. You are doing very good in the start, Aisha. Okay. And next is, so yeah, so students to update the aim with details that they want to talk about before coming. Yeah. So this is what I explained in the first point. Second point, I told you all, right? I went through on multiple times. Please go to this link. There are 3 projects that are there. If you do not have a project, please start working on one of these projects, right? That is, if you go to i-invent.org/AWEVA, if you'll go to that, there are a couple of projects that you can start working on. Okay. 1 second, the screen went out. Right. I went through all right last time. So I don't want to waste again time here. But here it is plastic free. So I said you're working on this. I mean, you can work on the plastic free, reduce, reuse, recycle. Many of you are doing project environment related work. Okay, like I said, what you're doing. Green education, teaching others, helping others, right? This is what Aisha, Tushara, and Basava, Kavya, and Aisha, Tushara is doing, right? So keep up to that. Okay. Then I also told you, right? 1 second. If you'll go to this page, let me share my screen. If you'll go to this page, i-invent.org/brainstorm concerts. Okay. There are a couple of sessions over here, right? You can see the multiple sessions that are here. You may click on either of these sessions. Right? You can go when it opens up. Here you can see the link. You can play and you can listen to the session, watch that session. After you all do that, please scroll down. Under that, you will see share your aim. So under here, put in what have you understood. The overview. Okay. And any question that you have also. See some of the sessions I have updated here. Okay. And the minutes have been put in. If it was a meeting like this, I put in the minutes here. So you may update it here. Okay. Try doing all this. Is all going to be quantifiable and for your internship. Okay. Then next is starting June 1st week. Please try to start conducting similar kind of 3P sessions in your community, in your location, right? As to how we are doing or what you're doing here. Okay. So I'll tell you the process and everything, but at least the first 4 of the assignments, please do complete them. Okay. And mainly your project, please share it on the aims as how Basava and Kavya, everyone shared. Okay, Aisha, Tushara. Tushara, what was the project that you were working on? Do you want to share before we wind up? Because you joined late. Would you want to talk about it?
Yes, this week I could not conduct the class for my student. So this week I didn't engage in Indian project.
You never worked on any project because you were busy in studies. Okay, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Tushara, if you're not working on any project also, please do mention that because of your studies you couldn't continue, so that we're all aware of. Okay, because education, your exams, your studies is the top priority. Okay.
Okay, sir.
With that, good night, everyone. Talk to you all soon. Bye. Basava, Kavya, Tushara, Aishat, Laina.
Good night, sir.
Take good care.
Good night,
Good
sir.
night,
Thank you.
everyone.